Well, Tony Irwin is an honorary associate professor in nuclear reactors and nuclear fuel cycle at Australian National University. He joins me now from Sydney for more on this. Good to have you on the program with us. On the surface, this sounds like a terrible idea, but is there cause for concern in reality?
No, there's no cause in concern at all. Nuclear power plants routinely discharge tritiated water into the sea. They've been doing this safely for 60 years without harm to people or the environment. What's happened in Fukushima is all the dangerous radionuclides are being removed, and all that's left is tritium, which is one of the least radioactive of all elements. So all these nuclear power plants worldwide discharge far more than is being proposed for the Fukushima plant. It's an ultra conservative limit of 22 terabecquerels an hour a year. It's a very low limit by international standards.
So,
For instance,
yeah, go ahead.
I'm just going to say, for instance, the new nuclear power plants under construction in Turkey will discharge far more than this every year routinely without any harm to people and the environment.
Okay, that's an excellent point to make. And Japan also claims that the wastewater will be safe. So then why the concern from neighboring countries and other experts that say it poses an environmental threat? Is it just not really understanding what this is?
Yes, I think there's this general fear that any discharge of a radioactive material is dangerous, whereas actually this is the least radioactive problem. It's so low, it's really ultra conservative, and it certainly won't cause any problems. The IAEA have sent a task force. They've looked in detail at the plans. They've looked at the regulators' plans. They will monitor the situation. They've already done independent measurements as well. So I'm sure that if it's carried out as planned, there would definitely be no harm to people or the environment.
So why even release the wastewater at all? Is there no other option for storing it?
No, and this is what all nuclear power plants worldwide do routinely. Um, there's no harm in discharging this water.
So you say that there's no harm, but this release from the Fukushima power plant is expected to take possibly decades or even longer. Is there not concern, though, about cumulative effect over several, tens of years?
No, because tritium decays, um, and it's got a very short half-life in people's bodies as well. I think because this is ultra conservative, it could certainly be discharged in a far shorter timescale. I mean, they're looking at 30 years of discharge. You don't need to take that long. You could discharge this in 2 or 3 years, much easier.
Okay, certainly very reassuring to hear your thoughts on this. Tony Irwin joining us from Sydney. Thank you so much for your time.